I took a practice cosmetology written exam through PSI. Think I got a perfect score? Stick around and find out. Well, good afternoon, all my beauty professionals. I'm kind of excited about doing this video today. I purchased a practice test through PSI, which is who California is contracted with now for the cosmetology state board written exam. And I really did that so to go over some questions to give you an idea so you wouldn't have to. If you're studying for state board, my honest opinion, and this is just me, I don't believe that students should have to pay any more money than what they've paid to go to school. If you have your textbook, you have your workbook, you have your little mini exam book, you do not need to pay any more money than what you've paid. So I paid it. And I'm going to go over some questions that I got incorrect. I'm going to go over some questions that I got correct, and let you know my passing score, which I did pass. So if I was testing now for cosmetology, I would still be a licensed cosmetologist. You guys have to understand, in my day, it was a lot harder. So I did 1,600 hours. My uniform was all white in beauty college. And when I went to state board, there was a written exam and there was a practical exam. My sister was my model. I got to a place where you rented a kit, and it was called Rent a Kit. It was right next door to state board. Got there at 5:45 in the morning. Um, I'm trying to think. Oh, my written test was first. And then after that, we came back, got my kit that I had rented, and walked over to the facility. We set up for the practical exam. And I am not kidding you. I was there at 4, got up at 4 in the morning. Someone gave me a ride to Fairfield. I was at Rent-A-Kit at 5:45 in the morning. We did not get out of there until almost 6 in the evening. And you would wait by the window. They would call your name in the order of how you scored on your written exam. So honestly, I think I was like the eighth person called. I was under the impression that I failed. Now, back then, you would get a white envelope or you would get your license on the spot. We did not take pictures. Nowadays, you guys have your picture on your license in California. I don't have a picture on mine. So we didn't take pictures. What else can I tell you? For a long time, I paid $25 to renew. It still is that way. It's $50 now. Still not bad. Every 2 years, you just mail in your payment. Now they have it online, so I pay to renew online. So I've been licensed for 31 years. It'll be in August. Um, yeah. So I'm sharing this with you. And, the lesson here is you never know it all. That's what's amazing. So this is what keeps me humble in this career, is that after all these years, so I've been teaching for 21 years. It'll be in September, 21 years. I've been licensed for, it'll be 31 years in August. Um, and I still don't know it all. So I missed some questions, but I still passed. So I just thought this would be fun to share with you guys, give you guys an idea so you won't be freaking out. Because even though it's a lot easier for you guys, people still struggle with the written exam. So my hope in doing this video and showing where I messed up, that you will be encouraged and you will study. If you want to go on this website, PSI, hold on, let me see what the website is so you can, because it's PSI exams, but I want to make sure I give you the right website because, let's see, not that one. Okay, so what I'm on right now is PSI test prep report. This is my report telling me, how I've done. And then it also is pretty cool. It shows you where you need improvement. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think I was half asleep on some of these questions. I went back and went over because it shows you like the questions you got incorrect, what the correct answer was. So we're going to go through that. And I couldn't believe I got those questions wrong. That was crazy. And I was like, no, I was asleep. I had to be. But so anyway, let's see here. Now, this because I had completed the test, the questions, it was 110 questions, so that's all still the same. And from my understanding, the 10 questions don't count against you. So they're warm up questions, and then you have actual 100 questions. So let's see. This website that I'm on that's showing, because you have to, of course, establish a login and everything. It is app.psiexams.com. So just look that up. Now, if you want to Google it, that'll help too. PSI exams for State Board Cosmetology, and they'll lead you to that. But so my point is, if you want to pay, it wasn't that expensive. It was like 24, 25 bucks. I think I paid for one test, and there was practice tests that I got to take prior to that. Now those I scored pretty well. And then I took the actual big test. It took me a while to take that. I was like kind of scared. Yeah. But so anyway, if you want to do that, that's up to you. But I just encourage you. That's why I want to go through this. And then I'll probably do a podcast with the other questions. But it's really just to help you guys so you don't have to spend extra money. You shouldn't have to. But I like it because it tells you what you got incorrect. So you can click on that and then you look at all the questions you got wrong. It'll tell you the right answers. Then it'll tell you all the ones you got correct. And it'll tell you what the subjects were, tell you what you need to improve on. So it's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool. But so anyway, before we get started, I want to thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, for watching my videos. And I just say, if you are learning from these videos, like them, share them, and I would appreciate that a lot. So God bless you, and let's get started. All right, here we go for the long awaited result. Okay, so I didn't do too bad. I'm kind of overdoing it, but man, considering how long I've been licensed, it was pretty bad to me. But that's just how I am. I got 89%. Yikes! So I wrote down all the questions that I got wrong. I missed 12 questions, and I'm just gonna go over them. As embarrassing as it is. Oh my bad, I got 13. No. Hold on. Let me see. I think I'm doing this wrong. Nope. So I was right. I got, hold on just a minute, you guys. Perfect. Okay. So I did get 12. Yes, I got 12 incorrect. And then I'm going to share with you 13 questions just to give you an idea. And those all I got correct. So let's see. Number 1. We ready? When should clients be encouraged to consult with their physician before receiving certain services? So your options are, now I put A, B, C, D, but on the actual test, it's not numbered or lettered. So just kind of bear with me. If you actually purchase one of these tests, it'll ask the question and it'll give you the 4 alternative answers, but it won't say A, B, C, or D. So your options are when medical conditions contraindicate, during routine salon, which I don't know what that means, after normal hair trimming, and the last one, before all salon services. So what I answered was before all salon services. Okay, so the question was, when should clients be encouraged to consult with their physician before receiving certain services? I put before all salon services. The answer is when medical conditions contraindicate. So it was the first one. So yeah, I was asleep. We'll stick with that. Number 2, what is the purpose of manicuring in maintaining healthy nails and providing a polished appearance? Your options are increases nail growth rate, prevents nail discoloration, strengthens nail structure, promotes circulate and relaxation. I answered strengthens nail structure. The purpose of manicuring and maintaining healthy nails and providing a polished appearance strengthens nail structure. The answer was the last one, promotes circulate and relaxation. Let me double check that, you guys, because I feel like that's not worded right. But let's see. Yeah, it's circulation, so I wrote that wrong. Promote circulation and relaxation. Yeah. Don't judge me too harshly. Okay, so the third one. Sorry, I'm old school. I like to write things out because when you write things out, and I've learned this even in teaching. So when I do teach class, I like to have my students write down things because it does help you to remember. That's actually your first remembering. So the third question is, what should be done before proceeding with the enhancement application after applying nail primer? So the options are immediately start enhancement application, apply another coat of primer, allow primer to dry, wipe off excess primer, which you wouldn't do that anyway because it absorbs into the nail. So one thing for me personally, and everybody's not like me, you all learn different. Process of elimination really helps me. So when I look at the answers, I eliminate what I know for sure would not be in. It always boils down to there's 2 left that it could be. So let's see. I answered, unfortunately, immediately start enhancement application. So it says, what should be done before proceeding with the enhancement application? What should be done before proceeding with the enhancement application after applying nail primer? That's not a good question, to be honest. And I'm not saying that as an excuse on why I got it wrong, because when you're doing acrylics, once you apply the primer, yeah, I guess you do allow it to dry. Aww. Okay, number 4. What is the role of hydrogen peroxide in a hair color formula? What is the wait, hold on. So the options are alters the natural pigment. And I love this too, you guys. On these questions, it will tell you the percentage of people who answered each one. That one was pretty cool. So, alters the natural pigment, oxidizes hair color molecules, swelling the hair shaft, dissolves natural hair pigment. I answered swelling the hair shaft. The correct answer is oxidizes hair color molecules. And I know this. I do. I promise I do. But it is what it is, you know? Okay, number 5. What is the importance of tool equipment maintenance in the salon? Your options are prevent infection and ensure safety, prolong equipment life only, improve service speed, increase salon aesthetics. So we know it's not increase salon aesthetics. We know it's not to improve service speed. I answered prolong equipment life only. I don't know why I answered that. The answer is prevent infection and ensure safety. Like, come on. All right, so hold on. Man, yeah, I can't believe that, you guys, but it happened. Okay, so the next one is how often should thorough cleaning and disinfecting schedules be followed in the salon? Your options are mandatory and regular, only after visible dirt, weekly or bi weekly. And then the last one is once a month. I answered weekly or bi weekly. The answer is mandatory and regular. So, how often should thorough cleaning and disinfecting schedules be followed in the salon? Mandatory and regular. That's your answer. Yeah. Okay, next one is, let's make sure I'm online here with this. How can a cosmetologist determine a client's skin type and condition during a skin analysis? Your options are assess moisture, temperature, and condition, guess based on client's appearance, exclusively rely on client's self-report, use generic skin type chart. Okay, and I answered use a generic skin type chart. Now, on this one, 14% answered that. And the correct answer is assess moisture, temperature, and condition. So there you go. All right, number 8. Which standard precautions? Hold on, let me make sure I'm following along on here. Which standard precautions should be followed in a salon setting to prevent exposure incidents? You have use gloves and disinfect surfaces, wear masks and limit ventilation, ignore clients' allergy concerns, use hand sanitizer only. I answered wear masks and limit ventilation. The correct answer is use gloves and disinfect surfaces. All right. Okay, number 9 is what is a key precaution to take when tinting eyebrows to avoid staining the skin? Your options are remove excess tint immediately, apply tint on dry skin, use petroleum jelly barrier, apply tint in thin layers. I answered use petroleum jelly barrier. The correct answer is remove excess tint immediately. I just, I'm not going to keep saying it. Number 10, which benefit is the most significant when using concentrated treatment products, such as serums and ampules in a skincare routine? Hold on, let me change this too. Your options are higher levels of active ingredients, intense hydration for the skin, reduced risk of sunburn, and immediate exfoliation effect. I answered intense hydration for the skin. The answer is higher levels of active ingredients. Number 11. What is the primary mechanism by which laser hair removal reduces hair growth? Your options are uses electric current on follicles, pulls hair out by the root, removes hair with cotton thread, and targets the pigment in hair follicles to impair growth. So I answered uses electric current on follicles. The correct answer was targets the pigment in hair follicles to impair growth. And then the last one. How long should a client wait before receiving further chemical services after a service? So let me read this again. How long should a client wait before receiving further chemical services after a service? Your options are 1 week after the service, 3 days after the service, until hair is reconditioned, and immediately after the service. I answered 1 week after the service. The correct answer is until hair is reconditioned. So I promise you that I am not an idiot. I promise. But no, it's a good thing. And that's why I'm sharing this, honestly, because like I said, never get to a point in your career where you think you know it all. And after all these years, and I've been teaching, and I have helped many people with God's help, of course, helped many people pass state board, you know. So this keeps me on track, because there's always room for improvement, you guys, always. So I hope that helps you. I'm going to go over some questions that I got correct. So let me get those questions. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So we're going to go over the correct questions. And now, mind you, there's 100 questions on this test. So I only picked 13 right now of the ones that I got correct. So then the next video or podcast, because I may do it on podcast, I'll go over like 25 more questions, and I'll do accordingly until they're all done. And hopefully you'll listen to or watch my video on this, and that should be a help, not your all in all, to help you with your studies for state board. If you have a friend or someone that's going to state board. I don't know about other states, unfortunately. I only know about California because that's where I'm at. And I just recently found out that we were no longer with NIC, that we were contracted with PSI. So that's how I was able to, look up the tests. These are not the actual tests, they are practice tests to prepare you so you would have an idea on what the tests are like. Okay. So, number 1, what is the purpose of placing a comb between the scalp and thermal iron during styling? Now, remember, I got these correct, so I'm okay with this. Notice my head's a little held high now. Okay, so your options are to increase styling speed, to create smoother curls, to test iron's temperature, and then the last one is to prevent burning the scalp. So your answer is to prevent burning the scalp. Sorry. All right, so the next one, hold on, let me get this. I like to follow along on the computer. What techniques should be practiced before and after each service to prevent the spread of germs and maintain good hygiene? Your options are proper hand washing techniques, disinfecting workstation only, using hand sanitizer only, which we know that's not the answer, and wearing disposable gloves only. Your answer is proper hand washing techniques. Number 3, what is the major reason for understanding shampooing, conditioning, and basic scalp care in cosmetology? Hold on, because I kind of skipped around with these. Okay, so your options are shorten service appointment time, build trust and client loyalty, increase salon cleaning efficiency, sorry. And then the last one is decrease use of hair products. Now you'd be surprised because on this question here, what is the major reason for understanding shampooing, conditioning, and basic scalp care and cosmetology? 17% said increase salon cleaning efficiency, and 10% said to decrease use of hair products. The answer is build trust and client loyalty. 71% answered that, which is the correct answer. 1% was to shorten service appointment time. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, number 4, which hand tends to have faster nail growth, dominant or non-dominant? Give me just a second. Maybe I won't be able to find it. Okay. Here we go. Which hand tends to have faster nail growth, dominant or non-dominant? I honestly didn't remember this. This was a wild guess for me. Neither hand, dominant hand, non-dominant hand, or both hands equally. Your answer is your dominant hand. Number 5, what is the role of amino acids in hair? Your options are create disulfide bonds, provide strength and elasticity, determine hair color, and the last one is control hair growth cycles. Your answer is provide strength and elasticity. So that's the role of amino acids in your hair. Oh well, can't find it on here. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And then the next one, number 6, I'm trying to get through this quick. What is the main purpose of using a hair cutting razor? Your options are soften hair ends effect. So give the effect that the ends are softened. Straighten hair permanently. Create more volume. And then the last one is remove hair color. Your answer is soften hair ends effect. Now, 22% said to create more volume. So I could understand why they would say that because it's possible. But the answer is soften hair ends effect. So a lot of times when you do a blunt haircut, they may tell you, I don't want that blunt line showing. You could either go through with your texturizing shears or with the razor. So remember that. All right, so number 7, which type of shears are made from cast metal and are more durable and long lasting. Your options are stamped shears, texturizing shears, thinning shears, or forged shears. The correct answer is forged shears. 61% answered that, 19% answered texturizing shears, and 11% answered stamped shears. The answer is forged shears. Okay, number 8. Which type of nail tip offers the most flexibility in customization for nail enhancements? Hold on. Your options are full well tips, well-less tips, nail forms, or partial well tips. Your correct answer is well-less tips. So go back and study your nail tips. Remember what a full well is, what a well-less tip is, what a half well is. I'm not going to get into that right now. I think I have some videos on nail tips. I am going to be doing some nail videos coming up soon. So let me stay focused because you know me, I can get off track. Okay, the next one is number 9. How can harsh cleaning solutions affect a person's nails and skin? Your options are causes nail color change. Sorry, I keep bumping that. Strengthens nails and skin, promotes rapid nail growth, removes skin's natural oils. Now, let's read that question again so we can kind of learn how to discern which answers make any sense at all. And then you can just eliminate those, right? So, the question is how can harsh cleaning solutions affect a person's nails and skin? So, think of the soaps we use to clean with, cleansers, and even in the salon, the soaps we use, hopefully you're not putting your bare hands in the quats, but causes nail color change, strengthens nails and skin. So we know that harsh cleaning solutions would not strengthen nails or the skin. Promotes rapid nail growth. We know that's out. It's not going to promote nail growth. That wouldn't make sense. Removes skin's natural oils and causes nail color change. Those two would be an option because the truth is your nails can become discolored from using harsh chemicals on your hands. So that's where it can be tricky. But the answer is remove skin's natural oils. All right, number 10. What should you practice when learning to hold hair cutting shears properly? Your options are moving all fingers simultaneously. So just kind of visualize that for a minute. Holding your shears with 2 hands, using only index and the thumb, and moving only your thumb. Okay, so think about learning hair cutting in school. What are your options? So would you be moving all fingers simultaneously? Of course not. That's not how you cut hair. Would you be holding the shears with both hands? Of course not. We know that's not how you cut hair. Now here's where it gets tricky. So those first two are eliminated. We know that's not the answer. Using only index and thumb finger. So I know from teaching students that when they're first cutting hair, they believe that they're moving like this when they're cutting hair when you should not be. So that's where it can get tricky. So you have to remember back and think about what you were taught and what you learned in your text, but more so what you were taught visually, because that's really where you learn how to palm your shears and how to cut correctly. At least I hope that's what you've been taught. So your answer is moving only your thumb, moving only your thumb. So when you're first learning hair cutting, you should be learning how to palm your shears, and you should be learning how to move your thumb only, not go like this. All right, next one. Let's see. This is number 11. What is the main reason for reviewing a client's intake form and service record card before performing a chemical service? Okay, so your options are to calculate service cost, to recommend suitable hairstyles, to determine appointment duration, and to ensure client safety and compatibility. Your correct answer is to ensure client safety and compatibility. All right. We got two more, guys. Hang in there with me. Number 12 is, how should you dispose of hair after sweeping it up in the salon? Now let's see. Did I skip that question? Nope. Okay, so your options are, now the question was, how should you dispose of hair after sweeping it up in the salon? The options are in a covered trash receptacle, on the salon floor, in an open waste bin, flush down the toilet. Your answer is in a covered trash receptacle. None of your trash bins, really, they say it should be a metal closed trash bin in the salon and in school. So remember that. Your trash bin should never, ever be open. And really, I don't believe it should be the swinging door kind. It needs to be that kind where it's sealed shut. So that's your answer. It's the first option, in a covered trash receptacle. The last question that I have for you guys today is, in which layer of the skin are blood vessels, nerves, and hair follicles found? The first option is the stratum corneum. The second is epidermis. The third is hypodermis. And the last one is in the dermis. Your answer is the dermis. So this is the conclusion of my questions. So if that helped you, I would ask that you please leave that in the comment section. Some of you reach out to me, tell me this is helping you because you're studying for state board. A lot of you are not even in this state. So I am very grateful, and that's why I do these videos. Someone told me they can tell that I love what I do, and man, I can't even begin to describe to you how much fun I have, just sharing with you guys. So hopefully you learn from my wrong answers, know what not to answer, and you take this as something to aid you along with your studies, and be successful as a cosmetologist. That's my prayer for you, that you guys pass your state board, but that you become wonderful business people, and that's why I do what I do. So thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I will see you next time. And yeah, thank you. Bye. Get in here.